Hello, Morgan here from Opinion Meter. This is a quick demo to help those who are just getting started create their new survey, create their first survey. So you log into your account, which brings you to the main console, and that's where we are here. And there's a few options. You can either go to these shortcuts, and under surveys, you can go to create surveys, which will take you to the starting point. Or you can go up to the modules above the yellow bar and go to surveys and navigate down the sidebar to create new survey. Takes you to the same place. So here we are at the beginning. I have a few options. I can name my survey, and then I can either select, okay, is this going to be single or multi-mode? And what that means basically is if you know you're only going to do an online survey or only do a kiosk survey or only do a tablet survey, keep it at single mode. But if you know you're going to have the same questionnaire, or as we say, survey instrument, deployed or distributed to multiple channels or modalities, then you're going to want to go multi-mode. And what is multi-mode? And there's information here. There's even a video tutorial you can take. Multi-mode gives you several modalities or survey types to select from. So if I know I'm going to do an online and a tablet survey, I can select those two. If I know I'm going to do a tablet and a mobile phone survey, I can select all four. Now I have a few other options. I can either click Save, which will start me from scratch, blank slate, start building my questions and a questionnaire, or I can create from any existing questionnaire or survey in my account and basically use that as a starting point or as a template. Otherwise, I can select from the system templates here that are available and start working from them. And you can edit, as you wish once you select either another survey in your account or a template. For simplicity, I'm just going to click Save and start from scratch. Okay, so I have a multi-mode survey starting from scratch, and this is the main screen that you will see. And you'll see step 1, 2, 3, and 4. So a survey takes about 4 steps to go through. The first step is basically creating the questions and response scales for each question in your questionnaire. And you will select from the variety of question types, and there's well over 40 question types here. I'm just going to select vertical, single choice, type in how was your service today. Now I can either type, I can add from a library, I can express paste from a Word document, a lot of other options, but I'm just going to keep it simple. So I can either go in here and say great, okay, not so good, really, really bad. Okay, I'm just playing, but those are 4 options. Or I can again add from, select from my library. Now you have a variety of optional features here. Now this is a single response question. Maybe I want to auto next so that the respondent doesn't have to click next to proceed to the next question. All kinds of options here, and we go into these details more in other demo videos, so I won't spend time now. But okay, I've created one question. If it's a one question survey, I can just click Save Question and go through step 2, 3, and 4. But I doubt you're going to have only a one question survey, so click Save and add another question. So this is saving, this is the one question I created and brings me back to the main screen. So let's say now I have a choose all that apply question opposed to a single response question like we had in question 1. So let's say please select your favorite teams. And I'll say SF Giants, I'll say Oakland A's, obviously a baseball theme going on here, NY Yankees, Baltimore Orioles, etc. So you get the idea. I can also add a checkbox here for open-ended comment adjacent any of these. Let's say other. I'll put other. Well, you want them to type in what that other is, right? So let's select the open-ended option adjacent that one response. So I'm not going to select any of these other options here. And I'm just going to go ahead and save now because I'm done building my, in this case, just for demo purposes, 2-question survey. And it brings you to a list preview. So I see my question 1, I see my question 2. It tells you above each question what survey type it is, what question type it is. You'll notice these drop downs here. You can go ahead and keep building if you want, or add multimedia. You can add images, video, sound files to your questions. You can add branching, piping, response piping. A lot of more advanced features are available to you from the download or the drop-down menu. And if you wanted to change the ordering of your questions, you can go to question ordering or page ordering. You can take a look at the branching logic, change your language settings, edit the survey name. A lot of options up there as well. You can always preview at any point in the 4-step wizard, but I'm going to click Save just to show you how you step through the 4 steps. So we've created our 2-question survey. I've clicked Save, so it's saving those details and brings me to step 2, which is customizing or branding how my survey is going to appear. And if you recall, we created a mobile phone and a tablet survey. So I can select either of these tabs and customize my theme accordingly. You can also include, which by default are checked, an introduction page and a thank you page before and after the survey starts. And you can edit within the HTML editor the default language. We just give you some default language here, which you can edit and save. You can customize the skin or create a new skin. We give you some templates to begin with. So then after you've done that, you can just go ahead and proceed through. And step 3 are basically optional features that for the device or common features across both. You can modify if you want a progress bar, you want to have a question count or page count, etc. You can select those. And then just go ahead to the next step. And now this is where we distribute. And given this is a phone and a tablet survey, this will allow you to select which devices by selecting either address book or just clicking in this box will take you to your address book. And this lists all the devices that you have by tablets or by phones. And you can select any one of these, add, and this will then, I've added 2 devices to distribute this survey to. You can preview on the device if you want before starting to collect data by checking that checkbox. You can send this survey via push notification or schedule the push later. Or you can pull the survey to the device by just going to your device and doing a connect to server. So you can both push and pull or schedule these surveys to appear on your devices. Location is important because when you run reports, you can filter your data by location. So you can either select or create a location. If you need to add a new location, you can go here. Locations are also controlled in the sidebar over here. If you want to go in at some time and add a bunch of locations, you could do it all at once here. You can also password enable a survey, so someone has to have a password to download the survey. Totally optional. You can also set a survey to automatically download to any new devices that are synced with your account. If they download the app from the App Store and sync to this account, it will automatically download whatever survey you assign as the default. Okay, so I'm going to save, and now I've assigned this survey to 2 devices and finish. So that's really the 4-step process of creating my survey, customizing or branding how that survey looks. I can change the colors of the buttons, the font, brand, add a logo to the header, etc. And then select a few optional features and assign to a device. Now, if we were publishing an online or mobile web survey, it would be slightly different in that last step 4, where we could determine if we want a QR code or distribute by email list or just have a link I can add to a website. But really, the basic flow is the same for creating your survey. So here, name my surveys, the last survey in the list. This is what we just created. I created it for 2 different modalities. That's why I have the drop down. I can preview the survey at any time here to take a look at it virtually and just step through, the survey. Or I can edit the survey and keep building it. Okay? So there's some restrictions once you go live and starting to collect data as to what you can do. You can't delete a question, but you can hide a question. You can always add questions to a live survey. But there are some restrictions because data is starting to be associated with the survey. So that's why there are some restrictions. So I hope this was helpful. This is for really the beginners just starting off creating their first survey in the Survey Manager platform. Thanks for your time.